Hello and welcome. So this should be um, heart chakra only, crystal ball, and I haven't decided on the oracle cards yet. We have making magic, we have love and light, we have the dragon oracle, we have love cards, of course. We have Akashic. We have Earth Magic. We have um, Spellcasting. We have Unicorn. We have Druid Wisdom. And we have Sufi Oracle Wisdom as well. So there's a lot of cards available. If you choose one, I will open it, of course. So, yes, members only crystal ball, heart chakra members only crystal ball. I really hope that um, some of you can make it because I know it is a little bit late. So, yeah, if you're in the chat, let me know. I don't see any messages yet. So, say hello if you are here. And hopefully oh, hopefully we get people in. Oh no. I might share it. So if you are in, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to share it and see if we can get some. There we are. So yeah, really hoping some of you can make it. Apologies for the delay. It says we have two people in, but Miss Venus, yes, okay. We have people in, amazing. I thought I was just going to be here on my own. Okay, so heart chakra, crystal ball. I don't know why I'm so bright, but Miss Venus, Jasmine, hello and welcome. Lovely to see you. So you may not have been here when I went over the cards, but of course we have our big crystal ball today. I am at base. I'm at base, I would say. So yes, any questions you wish to ask, go ahead and put them in, and I'll just go back over the cards. There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of cards right now. So the Making Magic, the new ones, Dragon, Love and Light. So we have our new ones there. We have love cards as always. We have Earth Magic. We have Akashic. We have Unicorn, Druid Wisdom, Spell Casting, and Sufi Wisdom as well. So there's a lot of cards, but you can just ask questions, that's fine. But yeah, go ahead. If we only have two people in, maybe it will be a short stream, but that's okay for me because I do have some work still to get to this evening. So yeah, I I had to unpack like all of my things. Like this was base for me. I had everything everything that I haven't shown you guys yet from Howard, which is all the kind of bone reading, new bone reading things. So that will be coming soon. And of course the dolls, like you've seen the dolls, but we can do a little spell on them. I mean, spell, reading with them. Um, and I have, so the plan was to do the abundance spell today, but my candles did not arrive. I had to traipse around looking for suitable candles. I think the candles I found were better, actually. So I'm quite happy with what I got for tomorrow. So I'm kind of looking forward to the stream. It's going to be different. You know, appearance-wise, it's going to look different. I'm super excited about it, to talk about it, and to do it. But yeah, maybe we will need a poll again for that time, because the poll was just really difficult, because everybody it was like a draw between every time. So we'll have to see tomorrow if you guys can match up a little bit better. But if you can't, what I will do, I will ask you to comment if you want to be included. If you can't make it, I will still include you, and then you can watch back the meditation part. I will timestamp the meditation part. But yeah, it's going to be very, I hope, very aesthetic, very nice spell. So, and it'll be New Year's Eve, so it is a good time. It's a good time for an abundance spell. Absolutely. So, okay. Let's get into this. So, Miss Venus, I think, says Twin is coming over on Friday to watch a movie with me. I told him I want to hold off on sacral stuff. What do you see happening and how will it go? Okay. So I do see it going well. I see it. It's like a very cozy kind of energy, like really close, cozy kind of energy. I do see kind of like maybe instigating and initiating, kind of wanting the sacral stuff. Maybe I wouldn't say pushing or anything like that, but just trying to instigate a little bit. Maybe I do feel like that. I don't apologise if you're typing slowly. I was late, so don't apologise for anything. Jasmine says, my first question is long-winded. I'm going to pause it in 4 comments. Okay. Why couldn't Phil stay in the past until he definitely was going to make a decision to be with me? I feel like it was a waste for him to resurface, playing with my feelings, and I held on to hope for nothing. It had been 11 years since I last saw him, and I never even had a dream about him until he pops up in my dreams and takes me on a spin for 3 years, only for this to not go anywhere. I had not thought about him or worried about him in that entire 11-year period. So this really is like a blow. Yes. So let me just fix my pillows here because I'm not super comfortable. Right. So first of all, I do already pick up energy with this. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. So I do, I do really still pick up energy with this, because this is twin flame energy, so it's very common. This is very, very common. It happens to a lot of twin flame connections. You have, when we come to, so there's different kinds of lessons and things that happen in our lifetime. So we've spoken about predetermined events, and we've spoken about free will periods of life, but there's always magnetic draws. So there's magnetic draws to certain people that you will they'll always, it's almost like it's in between free will and predetermined. It's like there's a magnetic draw there because there's the lesson to be learned, so there's a connection that needs to be made, but it's not essentially going to happen. It's not a predetermined thing, but it's almost like it's being pushed, if that makes sense, like a magnet energy, which we have spoken about with the twin flame. And unfortunately, this is a situation that happens, and what I kind of see with this at the moment, I'm feeling like you've you guys have not you've not completed the connection, the contract, the resolution, the what was needed of the twin flame connection within this lifetime. You haven't completed it. So to me, at the moment, it looks like it's going to pass on to another, like a next lifetime. I do see like possibility that it could reoccur in the future because of that magnet. It's very um, likely that you will come back together in some way, in some kind of synchronistic, random kind of way in the future. But it does feel like if you don't, you're going to repeat this in another lifetime, and hopefully in that lifetime he can be more grown to connect and to do that, to complete what is needed. But unfortunately, yes, it looks a little bit like he has wasted it, he has ruined it in this lifetime. Yeah, he could have just stayed gone, but it's that magnet energy. You know, and you probably still will feel it from time to time. Um, Even if you get into another relationship, you might still feel it from time to time. So that may be something that you do have to deal with a little bit. Um, so Miss Venus says, "Will my twin flame try to kiss me?" Yes, that's what I'm feeling like. It's like kind of trying to initiate sacral kind of things, you know, being close, like you know, hands on thighs and things like that. You know, kissing. I do feel like instigating kissing. Yes. Miss Venus says, "Will my twin flame try to stay the night, or will he take the initiative to leave?" Okay. So I feel like wanting and desiring to stay the night, but I wouldn't necessarily say trying. I do feel like there might be a, you know, would you like me to kind of thing. But I don't feel again, I don't feel like a pushy energy. So hopefully there isn't a pushy energy because it doesn't that's not really coming through and I hope not. Um but yeah, it seems like it's more desiring to stay the night. I wouldn't say like trying. You know, I wouldn't say like pushing for it or, you know, he may say something like, "Can I?" or "Would you like me to?" or you know, it might be a good idea. Like he might put that idea out there, but I do feel like mostly there will be respect for if you say no. You know. Jasmine says, "Should I casually date others until D comes, or just keep to myself until he manifests?" Okay. Yes, I'm guessing yes on casually dating others, yes. And what does Mike think about D? Okay. Mike is really in support of any of the physical connections that you need to make. Like I feel like there's a lot of support there. You know, I don't feel like there's jealous energy or anything like that. I feel like there's an understanding. You know, I feel like with the kind of transcendence that his energy has made, there's a lot of understanding and of the human puzzle pieces and how the cogs work here. And I feel like it's more understanding and I wouldn't say happy, but I definitely wouldn't say like upset or jealous or anything like that. It feels more like just understanding and accepting of what your path may be. Miss Venus, he told me he is coming over at 8 p.m. after work and the gym. Is he expecting or thinking he will stay over like before? Is he assuming that? Yes. Um, Jasmine, has C been made aware of me that someone is coming, or will he be aware before I appear, or will it be a physical surprise? Yes, physical surprise is what I'm guessing. Miss Venus says, do you see Twin Flame being romantic towards me this time? Like giving me flowers, showing his affection in tangible ways? Will he call me pet names? Hee hee hee. Okay. Yeah, I do feel a bit more effort on this front. I feel a little bit like um that's it's not the forefront of his mind kind of thing. Like I feel like he's not typically that kind of person that has that. I wouldn't say level of attentiveness, but if that makes sense, like I feel like there'll be a bit more effort on a little bit more effort on that front. But yeah, I would say a bit more effort on that front. I would say there'll be it could come over time as well. I think. Jasmine says, "How long after D and I meet will I get will it get serious?" And he asked me to be his girlfriend. Okay, so it feels like 2 to 3 months. So and that's quite common because, like I always say, 2 to 3 months is like a chapter. You know, when I talk about chapters of our life, like our present moment, 3 months, near future, the next 3 months, distant future, the next 3 months after that. So I feel like 3 months is that chapter of where you're kind of like meeting, getting to know each other, and then yes, asking, you know, or kind of suggesting that this should be official. Be official. Miss Venus, if he stays for the night, what is the likelihood that we will engage in sexual activity versus just cuddling together? Okay. It feels like around 70 to 75% on sacral. So I don't know how you're feeling of that. Jasmine says, is marriage on the cards for D and I? And if so, how soon after we make it official will he propose? I'm extremely curious because I've never been with someone who will be as intentional as him. This is new territory for me. Okay. It feels like around 2 years. Around 2 years. Miss Venus. Twin Flame told me he found me really, really physically attractive when he saw me at the concert. What does he find physically attractive about my body? Okay. So I'm guessing like figure in general. I would particularly say like hips and legs, but I would also say face as well. Jasmine, how many sit-ups over how many minutes a day and how many days a week should I do them? Okay. So right now I'm getting 10 minutes every other day. Maybe that could increase as you you know get more used to it, I suppose, or um, how can I say, get it get it more into your routine. But I would say 10 minutes, yes. Miss Venus, yesterday we were talking about how I can be a cheese ball, and he said, "Yes, I know you are a cheese ball." Does he understand and wants to be that way with me? I feel like there's an openness to it. I feel like it's like this isn't necessarily me, but I'm not against it. An openness to it. And it says, "Oh gosh, too much sacral energy with him. I swear, the attraction is otherworldly." Is there anything wrong? Anything wrong with that? I think me and Jasmine are like, that sounds good. Excuse me for as well. I felt so much better today. It's like as soon as I get on stream, yeah, maybe I'm having a little bit of an attack. But I am okay. Feel super protected. I definitely felt the energy that people were sending, and for the mate part, I felt a lot better. So yeah, do excuse me. I had like a turmeric, ginger, and someone recommended black pepper as well. I put that in there, and it just felt so good. It felt so like cleansing and refreshing. And oh, I got some new vervain, so I have like 4 jars of it now. But I got some new vervain. I found a health food store on my way home yesterday. It's not in focus, is it? But I got some new. You can see it there. It's the same brand, but it's it must be their new packaging. It's a little bit smaller, but I think that's good for being portable. It lasts so long anyway. So yeah, um, keeping protected. In fact, maybe I should put some of this new vervain in my water right now. That'd be a good idea. Since he's only just seen us for some reason, I'm sorry. And I know it's not my fault. I apologise on behalf of YouTube. um, so, Jasmine says, and how many minutes a day, how many days a week should I do? Hula hoop. Okay, hula hoop. 1, 2, 3. Drops of my brand new vervain. I wish you could see it properly. I know you know the brand because I told you before. Does it show better? Maybe my camera's a little bit dirty or something. Yeah, really great. I know. I always talk about it, but I just highly recommend it. So so just put 3 drops now in my water. So hopefully we're getting there with my throat. Oh yeah, so Jasmine, how many minutes a day and how many days a week should I hula hoop? Okay. So at the moment I'm guessing 15 minutes with that, but only once a week I'm getting. Once a week for 15 minutes. Sid says, oh phew, there's not too many questions ahead of me to ask. Yeah, there's only 3 people in, but only 2 likes I see. I wonder who doesn't like me. Let's see. So yeah, and hey Venus and hey all, thank you Sid. I appreciate that. Hey to you as well. Nice to welcome the community and always appreciate that. So is there demonic entity or entities here right now? Okay. Getting a no on that. Was there a demonic entity or entities here earlier? I'm guessing a no on that as well. And then also says, did a demonic entity trick me and interact with me pretending to be my male fairy H at first? So I'm guessing a no, but I'm guessing that you did get some interference in terms of your third eye tuning in. So your third, I think you know this because I think we spoke about your fairy vision coming in and out. So that's the interference with your third eye. So it's okay, interference is the wrong word to use here because it's more like, well, it is interference because as we're tuning in, think about it like if we're tuning into the spirit realm to connect with them, thinking about it like tuning into a radio. So when your third eye is not fully tuned in, or you're kind of like, maybe there's a bit of imbalance, or you're just, as we progress, it's never, nothing is ever upwards trajectory. There's always like a little bit of downs. There's always a few bumps along the way. It is up, but there's a few bumps along the way. And I just feel like you had a bump along the way recently. I don't feel like it was demonic. I don't feel like it was entities. I feel like it was just a little bit of issue with tuning in. Jasmine says, how many squats a day for how many minutes a day? And how many times a week should I do them? This is open to you. There's no suggestion on this. This is kind of like, go with how you feel on that one. Miss Venus, what was Twin Flame reading over and analysing more, like the theme of what he was most focused on, and what was it? What was his feelings? Excited, happy, worried, scared, etc. Okay. There seems to be a little bit of like, there's definitely an excited energy, like just looking over and feeling excited, but there's also a little bit of that kind of, how can I say, like, how did I come across? You know, wondering if did I come across how I intended to come across? You know, a little bit of worrying about how I came across. Third, I regained my fairy sight yesterday and it was better than before, but now I've lost my fairy sight again. Why did I see the fairies so clearly yesterday, and why can I not see the fairies again now? Yeah, so I think that I answered that question maybe before, you know, as you were typing it, or after you typed it, and we just didn't realise. So that just links to that kind of tuning in that we were talking about. Miss Venus says, that's amazing, but I don't want to go back to the same patterns of only sexual stuff. Yes, I know. While my wanting a commitment was not prioritised. If we engage sacredly, will that mess our current dynamic? Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like like you should resist that a little bit. I do kind of feel like, you know, yeah, I kind of feel like there should be, I mean, kissing, cuddling, you know, being a little bit flirty and all those things, of course, very positive. But I do feel like there should be some, yeah, like let's spend one night to get, especially if he stays, you know, or well, whether he stays or not, but let's spend one where we do just be, you know, do you know what I mean? Like, not do that, not just be kind of couple-ish energy without the sacral, just for the night, see how it feels. You know, if he gives off the energy of like being super disappointed over that, then that's going to show something, isn't it? I'm not really feeling like he will. I'm feeling like there'll be a bit of disappointment in terms of I really want it, but I do feel like there'll be a respect energy. So yes, but yeah, I would suggest holding off just for that night. It says I saw an orange orb last night. Was that my genie tea? If so, why did he only just appear to me then for the first time ever? Yes. So I'm guessing a yes on that. So your intuition is good on that. And it feels like appearing for the first time. It's because they're all trying to connect with you. They're all trying to let you see them and see their side, see them in true form. So it's not really about the timing, because they've always wanted to do that. They've always wanted to come across, but they, when they can, they will. Do you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes they're pushing for it and it doesn't happen. Sometimes they're pushing for it and it does. So yeah, it's not necessarily about the timing. They all have tried multiple times. Miss Venus says, like, with sacral activity so soon again ruin the potential for his emotions to grow, because heterosexual men are so freaking annoying, also getting what they want. Yeah, and I think that ties back to what we were saying before. I just agree with you there. I just agree with you. So yes. Jasmine. Is this Jasmine? Yes. I'm excited. I saw some vervain in store. I didn't get it because I didn't have the money. So I'm going to go back and get it. They had Google too. First time I seen both in store. Someone there must know you all. That's so funny because actually right here, I haven't showed this yet because I haven't shown my trip to Haworth or really spoken much about my trip to Bristol. But in my, so I did visit a store called I haven't even done a short on it yet, but it's called The Haunted Bookstore. So I did that. Um, yeah, so I went there, and I was kind of disappointed because they didn't really have any tarot, and I was looking for tarot. But I got myself some new cacao, and I really needed it too. I really need, so it's interesting. I got some new vervain and new cacao, and you also saw it. Get it, I highly recommend. So I haven't even opened the shell to see what it's like. I was kind of like asking, like, is it super powdered or is it like in the big clumps? We'll have a look at that on another stream. But yeah, interesting, very interesting. Synchronicities between me and Jasmine right now. A lot of synchronicities, Jasmine. Our dreams as well. We both had UFO experiences on the same night. So that's really interesting. Um, and Sid says, what was the dark orb I saw earlier? I assumed it was a demonic entity, and that's how they appear to me. I asked all dark art spirits not to appear to me for a while. Okay. So it seems more like what you're picking up was that it was like a release. You're picking up like a release of negative energy. There was some kind of negative energy that released and you picked that up. So it wasn't an orb as in terms of representing a spirit. It was a representation of a release of negative energy and you just happened to see it like that. I'm a little bit cold. I'm just kind of scouring to see if I have just like a little jacket or cardigan to put on here. Um, Maybe I do. Just bear with me one moment. Just keep the questions coming. It's totally fine. I'm just going to check if I have a little jacket to put on or something. Do, do, do. That's something over here. Oh yes. There we go. Perfect. Right. Okay. Have my cardigan. Just feeling a bit chilly. So, Miss Venus, why did the making things official with the twin flame change from February to April? Not sure if we were talking about different things and points in the relationship. Okay. So it feels like February is still a possibility. It's like the energy of February seems like this, and then the energy of April seems like this. You know, so I would say there's still a possibility there. It just feels a little bit lesser. So maybe so. Sid, are any demonic entities going to be sent to me today? Yes or no on that. And are any demonic entities going to be sent to me tomorrow? I guess a no on that as well. It seems like things are shifting positively. I do still feel like, well, we're at the end of December actually, so I was guessing that when we looked into this recently, I was guessing the energy of your. I was guessing the energy of um, it will end towards the end of the year, and January will be more positive, and they won't really be there anymore. So it really does feel like they're releasing. Maybe you might have some trying to get through tomorrow, but I just don't feel it. I feel like they're definitely on their way out, is how I feel. Um, Jasmine, if I keep up my sit up routine, how long will it take until I see my desired results? Okay. I'm guessing around 4 months with that one. Is Venus, oh, how did the twin flame intend to come across? I just feel like kind of like attentive, happy, and caring. I feel a little bit like sometimes we worry that like, did that sound wrong? Did I come across badly there? So yeah, I just kind of feel like that. So it says when will my fairy side return? Within the next few days. Within the next few days. Jasmine, if I keep up my hula hoop routine, how long will it take until I see my desired results? Yeah, I'm still getting like a 4 month mark. I feel like they're intertwined, It's a combination. Sid, will one of my archangel spirits be bound tomorrow? I get a no on that is possible, but I'm guessing a no. I feel like it will be a few days. Miss Venus says, yes, I do know what you mean. He says he is respectful and is willing to wait for as long as I need to feel safe with him again. Yes. And I do feel that. It's like the desire's there, and I do feel like like I said, I do feel like there could be some trying or hoping, but ultimately being respectful. No pushy energy, which is of course what we don't want. Jasmine, if I keep up my squat routine, how long will it take until I see my desired results? I'm guessing 3 months with this one, so I feel like it kind of feels like you are there's the energy of you like rarely getting into this. So it feels like this could be a little bit quicker. I just received a message that I rarely need to look at. So it shouldn't buffer because I think I can just pull it down and reply, you know, on the notification thing. Just give me one moment. I apologize. I can't type. I can't type like this. Okay. Sorry about that. So as some of you know, or maybe only one of you knows, um, I am coming to America very soon. I know it's not a visa, it's like ESTA or something. I was approved very quickly for that. Um, I think the maximum I can come is 90 days. So I may be coming as early as, I'm thinking I'm coming on the 1st of February. and staying for as long as I can. Um, I'll be traveling from, I think, Nevada. I think Nevada is where I'm staying. And then I think the conference that I'm going to is in LA. So I'll be traveling from Nevada to LA. And we may even go to Mexico and then come back, because I think there's a possibility if we go to Mexico and come back that I can then extend my stay in America even more without having to go home and do the ESTA again. I'm not 100%. I've apart from going to Mexico when I was very young, when my mum kind of, planned it all because it was her wedding. So I've never really done any kind of visa or anything because I've only traveled within Europe. Um, so it's different to me. I'm a bit worried about how it's going to go and if I do anything wrong. But yeah. At the moment, it looks like as early as the 1st of February. So I'll be staying to February, March, April, May. Hopefully staying till May. Maybe going to Mexico and then maybe coming back. So I honestly don't know how long I'll be there. There'll be a few conferences. I know one is in LA. That's what I'm definitely going to. Um, so I'm hoping that some of you American, I know we only have 2 Americans in here at the moment, and Jasmine's very, very far away. I realised how huge America. I mean, I knew, but I don't know where different states are in relation to each other. So I didn't really know how far like LA, Nevada, Ohio, places like that are from each other. But if I cross an area where any of you guys are, I would love to meet you. So if any American people, subscribers, members live in America, let me know your general area. And if we pass through there and you are free, we'll meet for a coffee and, have a chat, and it will be amazing. And I will eventually be introducing my new boyfriend on stream. I'm very excited about that. So yes. But yes, so I just had a message about, so the last conference I went to, and you guys remember, some of you might remember, I did a stall there, but I just watched the speakers, I didn't speak. I've been put forward, recommended as a speaker, so I might speak about lucid dreaming or astral projection or my abilities, the readings I do. I'm not sure exactly yet what I will talk about. Maybe past lives, if I'm comfortable enough to do that. Maybe I might talk a little bit about my alien and ET experiences in astral as well. And yeah, and that's not confirmed, but I've just been told I've been put forward for it. So that's why I had to reply, and I'm like super excited. But that will be the next Bases conference, which I just went to, so that will probably be next year. Oh, well, of course it'll be next year. It's the end of the year. Next year or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun things going on. But the good thing is, where I'm staying and the person I'm staying with, does interviews all the time. Like, because he's a speaker, so he does interviews with people all the time. So the internet and the Wi-Fi must be good. It must be, because he's always doing these interviews, which means it won't be like when I was in Zana and I couldn't get signal and I couldn't stream. I should be able to keep up streaming, and I'm going to do my best to do that. But yeah, so I'm just so excited about that. So sorry to break up the stream to say that, but I'm super excited. Sid, is it safe to use my pendulum? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Miss Venus, what is the advice for me in navigating the connection currently with my twin flame to get the best outcome in the situation? So it seems to be a balance of holding space and being firm with your boundaries, or rules, or I don't, you know what I mean when I say rules. I don't mean like, give him a list of rules that he has to like abide by, but you know what I mean, like not 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 deviating from your own morals or anything, or your own intuition is very important. Not deviating from your own morals or anything, but holding a little bit of space and still having a little bit of like um understanding that although he seems like there's a bit more growth, and I feel like higher potential. I feel like the past, like let's say the potential was, I know I'm doing this a lot, the potential was like this in the past. The potential for growth now seems a lot better, but I would still say there's a bit of holding space for it. But ultimately I would say, yeah, so it's that kind of balance between holding that space but not being let down too much, and then keeping your boundaries but not being like super strict, or like, um not not having too many like what do you call that, what do you call it when it's like it's a definite no, oh gosh, but you know what I mean, like where someone does something and it's like that's a 100% a no, I know. um oh, I don't know what it's called. I'm so sorry. My mind has gone blank. But yes, that's kind of how it feels. So it says, does my sister Gemma believe me that I have fairies, angels, and other spirits, or does she not believe in spirits? My mum doesn't believe me and thinks it's all in my head now. It feels like your sister is a little bit more open to it, but I wouldn't say believes. I don't feel like she believes. Um, Jasmine, yeah, we are students right now. Yeah, it's so interesting. I wonder what the next thing will be. I wonder what the next thing will be, because it's really nice. I think that we will get more signs and synchronicities and connections. Miss Venus, my clairaudient friends that I trust as well told me a while back that my twin flame was going to come back in a few years, and it seems to be happening now, and that he has the potential to become my soulmate too in this lifetime. What do you see about this? Okay, okay. So I don't see the potential to become a soulmate in this lifetime, because I mean, I know that everyone has slightly different perceptions and different beliefs, but twin flame energy is different from soulmate energy. And even if you complete the twin flame, if you complete the twin flame lesson in this lifetime, you could you'll become you'll still be soul family. But so I suppose, yeah, I suppose in a sense you could say yes, but I feel like it would be more the next life where he could then become your soulmate. I feel like even if you complete the life lesson in this lifetime, you're still twin flames. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't really feel like, even if the twin flame connection is complete and the lessons are complete, I feel like in this lifetime it's still kind of, the energy still feels like it's twin flame. It feels much more positive and less shaky and up and down, and chaser and runner. But I would still refer to it as twin flame. But but I wouldn't disagree, because like I said, we all have different perceptions, and if you do fully complete that lesson and that mission, I suppose you could say that. But in my kind of perception, because the twin flame is two parts of one soul, you're it's different. It's a different energy. A soulmate is two souls that are very connected in some way, like entangled in a positive way, like very connected. But they're two different souls, and they can be like magneted. But a twin flame is two like halves almost of one soul. So even if you learn a lesson in this lifetime, it's not until you pass. that your soul is going to reconnect. So it's more likely like a union, like you'll become one. In the next lifetime, you may be one. You know, you might be the soul, and he might be the higher self, or something like that. You know. So yeah, I don't like to, you know, that's my perception. I feel like you could say that. I feel like it's not wrong to say, but I feel like, you know, the twin flame energy will still remain until you both pass and the souls come together. They will join together. They'll become one. Um, is there a particular YouTuber I should follow? Sorry, Jasmine. Is there a particular YouTuber I should follow for my flexibility goals? And if so, what's their YouTube name? Okay. I'm guessing like this, it might not be exactly like a YouTube name, because you know people put like kind of business names as YouTube names sometimes, but I'm guessing like a Catherine, Kathy, Katie, like that kind of names, a name like that come through. So look out for that. Sid, will my mum ever let me prove to her that spirits exist? If not, will my spirits manage to get my mum to see or sense them so she believes me I have spirits? I guess no on that. It seems like it just kind of seems like it's not. I feel like does it. It's difficult because I feel like there's a part of her that does believe. I do feel that there's a part of her that does believe, but ultimately, I would say no. I would, especially to fully admitting it and saying it, I would say no. But I do think there's a part of her that does kind of believe. Miss Venus, do you see the typical twin flame push pull dynamic being activated again if I start to let him in more? Or is he wanting to stay now and work things out? Um, Not really. Like I feel like any push and pull now will be very minimal and manageable. So I'm not going to say no to push and pull, but I feel like it would be minimal and manageable. And I feel more like yeah, like the other thing you said, wanting to stay and work things out. Jasmine says, do you have any kids, and if so, how old are they? It's a little bit unclear. It's a little bit unclear. From what I'm sensing, I want to say one, but I'm not 100% on that. That could be something to double check because it is a bit murky. I want to say one, but I don't want to fully confirm that. Miss Venus, has my twin flame been talking to other people about me and what's been happening between us? If so, who and what has he been telling them? Okay. Yes. So there has been some there has been talking to someone. Feels like a male friend. Feeling like a male friend. Not really feeling like family or anything coming through. Much. Um a little bit of female energy. Maybe family. But male energy is definitely friend. Sid says come January 1st, 2026. Will the gang stalkers stop completely? Yes, I'm guessing yes. Miss Fina, Trim Flames Laser's thoughts about me, please. it's like excitement about seeing you, thinking about how it will go. So it says my old friend Jay's current thoughts and feelings for me, please. Okay. There does seem to be like it seems a little bit further past, but there does seem to be a little bit of like thinking thinking about like what you might be doing, what you might be up to, kind of thing. Like hoping you're well. That seems like I don't feel like there's any recent recent kind of thoughts. Miss Venus, has the twin flame had any dreams about me lately, and if so, what were they about? Okay. Guess a good no on that one at the moment. Going to grab another pillow, cushion, whatever they're called. I feel a bit, just feel a bit uncomfortable, just physically today. Oh, that's better. I should get a more comfortable chair, I think. So let's see. Sid, will one of my archangel spirits be bound 1st or 2nd January? I get second. I get second. Miss Venus, update on the thoughts and feelings about me and our connection, please. It just feels like really positive, positive, hopeful. Yeah, I feel like positive and hopeful are like the main things that come through. Since it's just my mum think I'm losing my mind. No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go quite that far. Um, Sid says, is my ex Alex going to get any more black magic or love spells put on me this year or next year? Guess a no on that as well. Miss Venus, I'm taking this one step at a time, but do you see the potential for marriage with my twin flame, and if so, when? So yes, the potential for that strong, committed energy of proposal and marriage definitely seems to be there. One thing I would say is I don't get timing. I don't get timing on it right now. Sid, I saw a black line moving earlier. Was that the dark kitsune S? Does he keep forgetting not to appear to me? Yes. Yes. I feel like all of our intuition's kind of heightening. I feel like, especially with members, I feel like you ask me questions and I'm just confirming. Like, yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. So that's really great. Jasmine says, what is going to be Dee's first impression of me? It's a physical attraction. It's almost like seeing you. It's almost like it feels like seeing you in the peripheral and then being like, oh, oh, turn my head. Get that kind of energy. Miss Venus. Also, do you see the potential for children for us together? And if so, how many? He loves children. He is so sweet and caring with them, and that is so attractive in a man for me. And not super common. Of course, there's millions of men with children around the world, but it does tend to be like a slightly lesser percentage of them being at least really excited than women. So yes, let's see. Yes, I do. And although I'm not getting time frame for marriage, I'm actually feeling like conception might come first. I'm actually feeling like conception might come first. That's interesting. But I would say definitely one at least. Cities, is my catfish ex Nicole going to get any more black magic spells put on me this year or next year? I guess a yes on attempting this. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry to say. Um, Since when I laid my head down to sleep last night, Was there still a demonic entity here then? I guess a no on that. Jasmine, Miss Venus, sorry. Twin Flame's birthday is in January. What do you see for us in terms of celebration? Just us? Will he bring me as his date with his family and friends, etc.? Okay. Yeah, I feel more like a family and friend, like a kind of big gathering, but I do feel like you being there too, or being invited. Sid says, what is the energy like in my parents' house? Pretty positive. Pretty positive, yes. Jasmine, we managed to get that D is taller than me. How much taller than me is he? Like, can I comfortably wear heels around him? Is he like Randall's height or taller or shorter than him? Randall is 6'3". Okay. Yeah, so how it's coming through is it's like um your height and Randall's height. It's almost like in between. It's almost like in between that. So it says, does my third eye still need more repairing after the energy attack on it from the gangstalkers? I feel like you could use a little bit. It could help with that interference that you were getting. So yeah, I would say you could use a little bit. Jasmine, I'm asking because I'm pretty tall. I know our measurements are different, but if numbers pop up, I'd love to know. Yeah, sorry that numbers didn't pop up. I'm sorry, but I hope that helps. So it says all the gangstalkers going to try to send any more energy attacks this year. It seems highly unlikely. I get highly unlikely with this. Estinas, how would the twin flames family feel once they find out we are seeing each other again? Mum, two sisters, and father. Okay. The highest energy is coming from the mother. That feels like very, very positive, very, very strong. I feel like sisters and father. I feel like it's not bad, but it's just kind of. I would just say there's less care there. Like not like a don't care. That's kind of the wrong way to put it. But it's like the mum's energy is like super positive and like what this is great, and their energy is just a little bit lower. I don't feel negativity from anyone though. Rain, hello, welcome. Um, Sid, once these gangstalkers are bound, is there a high chance of me getting gangstalked again by other gangstalkers in this lifetime? It feels like no. It feels like you're so of course a lot of people get targeted for different reasons. It depends, you know. There's plenty of different reasons to be gang stalked, targeted. But I am getting a no on this for you in the future. Sid, I lost my gifts from my fae spirits that they gave me years ago. Should I keep a special bag for small gifts from my spirits? One for my carbuncle and other one for the fae. Yes, I guess a yes on that. I'm sorry that you lost them. Rain says, may I have a card of your choice? Yes. Let's do a unicorn. Unicorn for Rain. So you have receive. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. So hopefully you can make the abundance spell tomorrow. A gift is coming to you soon. So that's great. That's very nice. So yeah, I'm super excited for the abundance spell tomorrow. I really hope many of you can make it. If you do have a specific time that you really feel it will be best, please let me know. I could leave the stream kind of going, I suppose, and let the candles just keep kind of dripping. They're quite large candles, So if new people pop in, I could just add them. I could jump off, but leave the stream running. So I don't know. I don't know how I'll play it, but I feel like it'll be a nice change. I hope you agree. So Sid says, did C visit me for Christmas? I guess a no on that. Miss Venus, does Twin Flame understand that I want and deserve to be properly pursued? The thing, especially after what he's put me through before, and will he? Yeah, it's definitely that feeling of like we've spoken about. This is a missed opportunity. I really need to grasp it. If I don't grasp it this time, I am going to lose it. I feel like that is coming more into his conscious mind. So I would say yes on that. Sid says, did Night Guardian B wants to help me with the gang stalkers, but he couldn't because of his keeper, Phil? Yes, I guess a yes on that. And then we'll see visit again, and if so, when. I get you New Year's Day for that one. Miss Vinci skips the part about what has Twin Flame been telling them about me and our situation. Also, is the female energy his cousin? He confides in her a lot, and I actually like her very much. We clicked. Okay. It could be the cousin. Is the cousin older than you? Because it feels like this. It feels like this female energy is a bit older than you, so it could be the cousin. But in terms of like the things that he's saying, I feel like it's more like you know, mentioning you in conversation, saying that he's talking of like being interested, talking of like maybe dating or maybe hanging out. Just kind of seems a bit casual, but mentioning you. It seems a bit casual. Like it's not. It doesn't really feel too much like you're saying with really opening up to the cousin. I don't feel like super opening up of emotions, but I feel like it's almost like when you're super excited about something and you can't help mentioning it. It's definitely talking about putting you into conversations like, oh, it'd be nice to do this, we might do this or something like that. Um, but it doesn't feel super like too deep into emotional, like how I'm feeling emotionally. Jasmine says you got at one point that I'll meet D here in Ohio as a job. Can you pull up anything more, like in Dayton, Huber Heights, Youngstown, or is there a particular city coming up? How far away from where? Okay, okay. Dayton's coming up very strongly, but that Huber Heights also has some energy, some possibility. But it does seem lower. It seems like a lower potential. But yes, Dayton seems to be coming up most prominently. So it says, will any dark spirits who want me to fall end up in my parents' house again, or even in my flat? No, I guess a no on that. Jasmine says, oh, sorry, was that the end of the other question? Far away from where I currently live. Well, I hope I answered anyway. Sid says, will I ever have any harmful unbound enter my space? Hold on one moment. Sorry about that. Okay. Sid. Will I ever have any harmful, unbound spirits enter my space? It's possible if they really weaken your protections and you kind of, why am I like a ghost? I didn't get it. Um, uh, it's possible if your protections really weaken. I do feel like it's possible, but I feel like mostly no. I feel like mostly no. Sid says, when will I see N in his full physical form? In dreams, it seems imminent. So in dreams, I would say like within the next 3 months, three to 3.5 months in dreams. But in full, if you want like a full vision, externally, it feels like that will be more mid to end of next year. Miss Venus says during the bonfire, I accidentally walked in to a conversation where Twin Flame's sister was talking about one of her friends, asking her permission to hit on him. Are there other women currently interested and hitting on him? I do get some interest. Yeah, I do get some interest. Yes. Sid says, I feel like two females having interest. Um, Sid says, when will I see my Gorgon R in her full physical form? Yeah, that feels more like end of next year. Jasmine, what physically about me is going to catch Dee's attention and how strong is this first impression he has of me? There's something kind of about, it's kind of about like your figure or the way you're dressed and your hair. It's really coming through. Sid, oh, sorry, what else did you say? How strong is his first impression? Yeah, it feels pretty strong. Feels pretty strong. So it says if I clear my bed as much as possible, will Anne join me in bed tonight? And which of my spirits is watching over me sleeping tonight? So I get a yes on clearing the bed on N. And then the spirits watching over, I get N, Opal, Heen, J, and R as well. Miss Venus, I've been noticing my brother a bit more cheerful after the second hearing. How is his energy right now? It feels like it feels like worries and doubts are more. They're still very dense. Still very dense and still very there, but they feel very small. It feels like it feels like a lessened, like the anxiety in the solar plexus is shrunk. That's how it feels. So yes, I would say external energies feel very good. So that's nice. I'm glad to read that as well, of course. Something that I've been keeping in my present, energies. Miss Venus, I've been noticing my brother a bit more. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Sid, why did the gang stalkers target me this year? Because you're really doing well and progressing on your journey physically and spiritually, and you're getting out of this kind of rut of. So a lot of the time they kind of want you to be in. I think there's a ladybird on my rug. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? Oh, you're so gorgeous. Mm, little baby. Oh, try not to stand on it by accident. Sorry. Love animals, love insects, love all of those things. Um, and taxidermy as well. So I'm a bit of a weird one. But living animals are just as great. I love them. So okay, sorry. So yeah, so I was talking about the gang stalkers attacking you. So sometimes it is very spiritual. It's like if someone's highly spiritual and they're going to put out really positive information to the world, they can be suppressed and targeted and attacked in that way. But also, it can happen when a lot of people they try to keep you in a rut and they try to keep you like in a how can I say it? They try to keep you like in a negative cycle. So if you drink or you take drugs or you do anything like that, any negative habits, smoking, whatever it might be, um, especially if you fall into the wrong crowd, a lot of the time they'll try to keep you there. They want a lot of um, chaos in the world, and they want a lot of like there's a lot of factions that want to suppress positive energy from coming out. So they want to keep people in negative places, in ruts, in like groups where there's a lot of negative habits going on. Like I said, drugs taking, and I have nothing against alcohol and people who occasionally recreationally might take a little something or smoke a little something. I'm not like I'm not like a militant, like strict person. Um, but I feel like when it gets to the point where they're really bringing you down and trying to get you into a habit and a cycle where it's addiction, and the people are dragging you down because you're hanging around with the wrong people. Um, they try to keep a lot of people like they try to keep a lot of groups like that. They try to rarely keep people in those groups, and it's because of their spiritual potential and of what they might do. And sometimes it's just simply because they want that low energy. They want that low energy around the world. I mean, look at different parts of the world where there's like fentanyl epidemics and things like that. Um, they're trying to really keep people in negative energies, keep people in low energies. They're trying to keep low energies around a lot of areas of the world, especially areas that could have high spiritual potential if they were utilized to their full capability. So for that, I would say, you know, yeah, that's the reasons. That's the reasons that they do that. Um, Sending a message through Messenger for an update on my brother's situation. Okay, I'll check that after stream if that's okay. Or we'll, yeah, yes. We have about 40 minutes. Let me see. Let me check the time. Yeah, we could do probably. Why am I like so right? And we could probably do about 40 more minutes. Um, so I'll check that after if that's okay. Unless you're super urgent, just let me know and I will check that. Sid, will I win the lotto in January 2026? Because I'm going to know on that, unfortunately. I am getting a little bit better at replying to Discords and Facebooks now. If you are still waiting on something, I do apologise. I'm kind of getting a little bit quicker with my replies. I don't know what to do about this ladybird because if I stand on it accidentally after stream, I'll feel really bad. I don't know if to pick it up and like put it somewhere. It's like it's trying. It might be hurt because it's like it's trying to fly, but can't quite do it. Are you hurt? Hold on. There you go. There you go. There you go. I'll show you. It's mostly black with red dots. It might actually be a poisonous one. Can you see it? Try to click it as like in focus. It's like it was trying to fly away, but couldn't quite do it. So I think maybe I might be hurt. Hopefully it will stay there. I will take it out size off the stream. Okay, sorry about that. So I really just didn't want to stand on it. Um, said, will I ever win big on jackpot trader if I wish to earn to make this happen? Any chance of this happening next year? Okay. I feel like a couple of hundreds is possible. So I don't know how big you're asking about. But it feels like a couple of hundreds is possible. Miss Venus says, do you have the Acacia card? And if so, yes, of course. Ah, the ladybird's gone. I thought because it was going super slow, it would kind of stay on the desk. I'm just really scared of hurting it. Hopefully I find it. Hopefully I don't crush it. Found a dead bee or wasp earlier today. I don't know how it happened. Must have been trying to get out the window. Maybe hurt itself or something. Okay, so Acacia. Everything is cleansed. Let's just give a little. Oh, one's peeking out. Okay. Miss Venus. Oh, sorry. Yes, Miss Venus. 4 of keys. Clearing the way. So, there's still a little bit of a block on the path to like your full potential, your full dreams, your full desires, represented by the house. Still a little bit of a block on the path, but there is someone to help you. So there's someone that's going to come into your life, or already is in your life, that's going to help you to clear that way. So maybe there's some remnants. Maybe it's this issue with your love path where you keep getting delays and things keep changing. Maybe it's linked to that, but it is about someone helping you. So it could be a friend that gives you advice. It could be like a spellcaster, energy worker kind of thing. You know, like a holistic therapist. It could be that you're. How interesting! It just jumped right onto my jar of crow's feet. Can you see it there? With the red on it. It's moving. Ah! This is my jar of crow's feet that I got for a bone reading. Can you see them? Are they really interesting? Crow's feet. Yeah, the ladybird seems to like them. Where have you gone now? So sorry, guys. Getting distracted by ladybirds. What am I like? Okay, so clearing the way. So there will be someone who will help you. So the guidance is mostly to accept advice, even seek advice, accept healing, even seek healing. Just don't feel like you have to do everything alone, because there is someone who will help you. And it's positive we have it the right way, which means that you will find that person. You will know who, you not necessarily you'll know exactly who they are, but you will be drawn to them. They will help you, and it will end up positive, and you'll be, on your path. You'll be on your positive path. But yeah, accept help. You're not going to do it all alone. Ocean says, should I go to Tokyo today? I guess yes. Sid says, I'd like an Acacia card too, please. If you have them there. Acacia. Okay, you're getting the Acacia field. And you're getting it the right way. The One of Forces. So the One of Forces, it does represent like the beginning of a new kind of journey, a new kind of path. But your connection to the Acacia field is very positive. So, we have those prominent paths and those lesser prominent paths. And we have, I wouldn't say negative paths, because everything here is less than, if it feels negative, if it hurts, if it's emotional, it's still a lesson, it's still important. But the Akashic Field, it's about you being very connected to your path. So you might be going onto your higher path, might be resonating with, the path you're on right now. You might really be resonating with it. You might be feeling it. And yes, going on to that higher path, like higher trajectory, being in touch with your potential or where you're going, having some clarity about maybe a goal you have for a certain path, something like that. But it's being very connected. But it could be a new beginning, a new journey, a new focus because it's the one of forces. But yes, it's really, really nice, generally. Just hope it doesn't jump into my drink. Ocean says love card, yes, of course. We'll give those a bit of a shuffle too. Everything has been cleansed, like I always say. Everything's been cleansed. But we'll give them a bit of a shuffle because they're in their boxes, so. I dropped the unicorn ones. I like it when I drop them because to me it's the universe saying, I'm shuffling your cards for you. This is how they're supposed to be shuffled, okay? So, okay. A love card for Rain. It's too bright for you to see it. Overthinking. Playing connective scenarios in your head is creating issues which weren't there at first. I'm having deja vu. Did you get that last time? I think you may have. Sid says, seize current thoughts and feelings for me, please. It just feels positive or passive. It feels like there's other focuses. You're not focused right now, but there is positive energy towards you. Sid says, will I find any fae in the woods near me where you have to climb a weight to get into those woods? A wall, sorry, a wall. Climb a wall, okay. Yes, if you ask permission to enter and you're very respectful, I am guessing a yes with that. Jasmine. Oh, is G a Daytonian? Or does he live in Dayton? Okay. I'm not guessing that he lives there. No, I'm not guessing that he lives there. But there's some time spent there for some reason. Um, it could be work, but it feels more leisurely to me, like maybe there's a friend there or something, like staying with a friend there. Sid says, why has the time frame changed from me seeing N and R in their full physical forms? Okay. It's mostly because of the attacks you've gone through lately, but because you're healing from them again, you have potential for this to come forward, I think, because we're getting a lot of no's on, getting attacks again, gang stalkers, dark entities. It does seem like they're really positively clearing. So what I would say is that the time frame may move forward from where it is now. It may have moved backwards because of all those attacks and everything going on. Miss Venus says, I feel like I know the answer, but is twin flame interested romantically in anyone else? It feels like a no. It feels like there is physical attraction in other places, and maybe there's flirty energy. I don't really feel like there's flirty energy around that. I do feel like there's physical attraction in other places, but like, romantically, in terms of like wanting to build something or feeling like it could go somewhere or it might be something, I feel no. And yeah, that includes those two women as well. It feels like he's. It almost feels like just feels like they're not right, you know. Jasmine says, if I searched him on line. Could I pull him up, or am I blocked from pulling him up? Have I run into him before in person or come across his profile online? Okay. So I'm guessing a low likelihood of you finding him online before meeting. I'm guessing very low likelihood on that. And it does feel like you've never crossed paths before. So it says, will Anne join me in bed until I fall asleep if I clear my bed as much as possible? I got a yes on that. You already asked that. I got a yes on that. Angel card for rain. So we don't have angel. We're using the love and light in place of angel at the moment. So yeah, if you didn't see them, they're the new ones that I got along with the dragon ones. But love and light. I've lost the ladybird as well, unfortunately. Okay. I love the backgrounds of these ones. The backgrounds, would that be the right word? Backing of those. Right. If you can see them. So for rain, use loving strength and discernment. I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of God. If pleasing people were my goal, I would not be God's servant. So it's all about, when we see God in these cards, by the way, I do like to say it's all depends on your interpretation. So God could be, the deities you believe in, your religion, whatever it is. God could be source energy, the universe. You can replace God with the universe, so we could be saying, I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of the universe. If pleasing people were my goal, I would not be serving source energy. I would not be serving my highest goals in the universe, So yeah, I do like to interpret those slightly differently because I'm not necessarily religious, although I do refer to, I do have my own beliefs on God, which is more resonating with source energy, but I do say God sometimes. I'm happy to use that word, but I feel like sometimes it has a connotation that I'm not very into. So Ocean says, should I start Monjaro, the weight loss medication, next year? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Miss Venus, it's totally okay to wait for the question. Okay, good. Thank you. Akashic for rain. Balance. So you have balance. So balance can simply be something coming into balance. So if you're out of alignment in any area, mind, body, or spirit, it could be coming into balance. Could even be, if you're out of balance in a specific relationship or workplace or something like that, it could be coming into balance. But so it's a general balancing of energy, which can be very positive in broad general terms. But there's also a sense of justice with this card. So if you're going through any legal proceedings, if you are, if you're going through any legal proceedings, anything like that, you will come out on top. You'll get justice, but it can also be karmic justice. So if someone has done you wrong, they will receive their negative karma for that very soon, and you may be beginning to get your positive karma coming to you. So that's nice. Miss Venus says, oh, and Rain says, cute. Yeah, unless it poisons me. You saw the ladybird. I'm glad you could see it. I was trying to. My focus isn't, I'm streaming on my phone, so it's not the best, but I prefer it. It's more portable. It's more, I can do it wherever, so I prefer it. Still waiting on it. So the laptop situation is, it may work with a new keyboard, and the new keyboard is coming in the next few days, but the person who's fitting the keyboard for me is away until the second week of January. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm happy to stream on my phone, and I would have music right now, but I don't have a houseplant here right now. My Bugmansia unfortunately passed away. I mean, I don't actually think she's passed away. I think she might grow again in the summer. She still has a little bit of greenery, but not enough to make music from. And the other plants I have are succulents. And it doesn't seem to work with succulents for some reason. But well, I have a very, very huge monstera, are they called? Some people call them Swiss cheese plants. I have a huge one of them, which I probably will bring up tomorrow because I want background music for the abundance stream. But yeah, I didn't want to bring it up because my space here, just too messy. It was too messy. I did a complete tidy before I started the stream. So, but I may bring the monstera up tomorrow and have some background music. So Miss Venus says, is that Acacia card about my love life or other aspects of my life? Okay. I'm getting confirmation on love life, which I was kind of feeling when I was holding it as well. Sid says, I used to go into those woods near me all the time as a child. Was the fairy there then? Yes. Jasmine says, oh, so where is he from? Where does he live? Okay. That Huber, that Huber place is coming up. I feel like that might be where he lives. Maybe that's why I had a little bit of energy last time. So I feel like that's where he lives. I do feel like that. Sufi was for rain. Determination, perseverance leads to fortune. So keep going, keep persevering, and push against the tide when you have to. Perseverance leads to achievements. It leads to getting your goals, you know? Bear with me one moment. I just have to give someone my email. Apologies for that. Miss Venus, is Twin Flame starting to fall in love with me? Yes. Yes on that. Sid, Dragon card, yes. These are my current favourites. So I was thinking of taking like a little trip somewhere in Wales and doing some dragon readings outdoors. Because I don't know how much you guys know about the UK, but there's a kind of it's really weird because it's a different country, but I don't see it as a different country. We just drive there. You know, you don't have to like have a passport or anything like that. But their flag has like a dragon on it. There's a lot of kind of like dragon mythology and dragon energy in Wales. So I really wanted to find like maybe sacred site there or a stone circle there and take the dragon cards. I thought that would be really nice. But yes, so dragon. You have fire dragon at the moment. Someone else got this recently. So for Sid, fire dragon. Burn up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. So connecting with the fire dragon might help a little bit more with your this release that you're releasing these gang stalkers, you're releasing these negative entities. The fire dragon might help to really burn that up, burn up that energy. Fire is cleansing, Miss Venus, more to inflame, be faithful to me if we get into a relationship. Yes, I'm feeling like I'm feeling like in an official relationship that is the goal. Miss Venus also says, to clarify, even if the twin flame and I engage secretly, that doesn't mean he will stop liking me / pursue me, right? Or will his interest in a relationship decrease? Okay. It does feel like a decrease, but it does only feel minimal. I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you're really feeling it and it ends up happening, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It seems like I do see decrease, but it does seem very minimal. Sid says, will the gang stalkers who have been trying to destroy my life this year get their karma anytime soon? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Miss Venus, is it likely that Twin Flame will plan to ask me to do something for Valentine's Day? And if so, what do you see? Actually, I guess a no on this at the moment. Maybe that energy will change, but I'm guessing a no on that at the moment. Miss Venus says, what is that barrier that is still there in my love life and will it be removed? Or what do I need to do to remove it? I'm guessing a few things. So I'm guessing like there's some kind of guard that needs to be let down, and there's also this energy of indecision that needs to be more focused, I would say. They seem to be like the barriers that are coming up. But in terms of clearing it, I do feel like because it's saying that you need help, I feel like you have potential to do it on your own, but the help, at least seek advice from others for help. But any like holistic thing you're drawn to help with it, any cord cutting, anything that might hone in on one specific path, I think will really help. Sid says, the vision of the man I had last night, who I'm pretty sure wasn't human, was he a negative being? Yes, I guess a yes. You're seeing in your mind's eye the things that have been coming to you lately, so you got a vision of that, a visual of them. Rain says, I want to work on myself physically for the coming year. Does the ball have any advice for developing my beauty? Okay. I definitely get an intent focus on like there's food and supplement kind of things are coming through, but with a big focus on collagen. So that's coming through. But also like keeping active, ensuring you keep active, so like no space is too big between being active, that's what I would say. Druid wisdom for rain, of course. So your picture, mountains, if you can see, sacred lakes. Rest becomes welcome after a day's work and dedication. The Welsh waters of Mount Snowdon and anoint you with purification. Place a small sprig of lavender under your pillow for peace. So lavender. It's always nice when we're given herbs because we're often given crystals, aren't we? That's very nice actually because I was just talking about going somewhere in Wales for the dragon cards, and it's saying Mount Snowdon. Maybe I'll go there. Maybe I'll go there. I often go to Llandudno when I go to Wales, so that Snowdon might be a nice change. Sid, why did I have diarrhea today? Will eating 2 bananas make me have diarrhea again? Okay. And it's coming more to like something that you're drinking. It's something that you're drinking that's impacting you. The bananas are positive. It's positive energy from the bananas. Miss Venus, also I've been having an interesting prolonged hypnagogic experience every night where my reality bends and I see things or patterns, overlays on the skin of the person in a video I'm in watching. What is that? And why am I having those moments more and more? It's hard to get myself out of those states even though I'm awake. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like I repeat myself a little bit, and I do apologise about that. But it is your conscious ability to astral project the tightening, and it does always happen, like the hypnagogic state, the hypnopompic state, whichever one it is. You know, whenever you're in it, it's a lot of the time it's like your higher self or your spirit guides or even deities coming to you to try to give you an astral mission. So you're tuning in more to your astral awareness. So yeah, I know we've spoken about that before, but that's just coming through again there. It says I love dragons. May I have a dragon card? Yeah, I thought we just did. Was it not you? I did just. I mean, everyone's welcome to have as many as each card as they want, but I thought it was you who did one for. Maybe I'm mistaken. You have gold and silver violet flame dragon. Transmutes the old around you. Oh yeah, it was Sid, sorry. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic and healing. Offer service under grace. Okay. Gold and silver violent. I always say violent. Is this something I have to heal? Gold and silver violet flame dragon. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic and healing. Offer service under grace. Beautiful pictures. I love them. They're my favourite cards at the moment. My favourite. Okay. So, Miss Venus. Oh. Do you see if Twin Flame telling me I love you, and if so, when? Yeah, I feel like it would be like a few months into the relationship. Like I'm guessing like a maximum of 4 months into the relationship to be like I feel in love with you, you know. So it says how can I connect with the fire dragon? Oh yes, okay. So I'm guessing candle gazing, so candle gazing or fire gazing. I guess candle gazing is easier for most of us if we don't have fire pits or you know somewhere to light a fire. So candle gazing might be the best option, but any kind of fire gazing would be good. But I would say candle gazing, but I'm specifically being drawn to wood. So you know, for example, you set out a little altar. Maybe you would have your candle in the center where you're going to focus on the flame, but you might have bark around or the twigs that you found or even pieces of wood that you have in your home, even maybe do it on a wooden surface or even petrified wood, which I love. So yeah, having wood around and whilst you're candle gazing will help connect with this fire dragon. Sid says I love dragons too. I have dragon spirit and also 2 unbound dragon shifters around me. Beautiful. Yeah, I definitely Dragons are definitely spirits that I've connected with least. I connect with them more for clients than for myself. But now that I'm really getting into this deck, I feel like maybe I might connect more with, some dragon energy for myself. Fire dragon might be good for me because my chart is very lacking in fire. Ocean, is it dangerous for Buryu the dog to be out in the cold during the nights? I guess a yes on that. How is Buryu feeling? Okay. I guess it's like a neutral energy. Like not too great, but not really bad. It's kind of neutral. It feels a little bit like um, there's happiness, but there's anxieties. I would say anxieties. Goody, hello. Happy New Year, almost for me. We have New Year's Eve tomorrow here. Well, yes, I hope you have a wonderful New Year. Spellcasting for rain. Career. You have career. So it could be guidance to focus more on your career. It could be, I know you can't see it properly. Could be guidance to focus more on your career. Could be an indication that there's a new career path coming up. So what I would say is really be mindful on the, like, if you have a guidance just start a new career or to shift paths, be very aware of that thought, of that emotion. If you get any signs and synchronicities about switching career path, go with that. But or if you just get guidance to be super serious and focus on your current career and really hone in on it, you can have guidance for that as well. So we are on to almost 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is, for people who have only just jumped in and haven't had much time, much questions and much cards, I'm going to answer their questions, like Goody and Rain, because you jumped in pretty late. Everybody else has had quite a bit of time, so I'm just going to give a bit of extra time for you guys. But for the rest of you, I might read a few. If I I might read a few. We'll see. Right. So, Baby says, "Do you see me making $1 million in 2026?" Oh, the ladybird fell upside down. Hold on. Let me just help it get back up on its feet. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's like when you see the turtles and they're like that upside down. It's playing with the acacia cards right now. So sorry, baby. Do you see me making $1 million in 2026? Unfortunately, I'm guessing a no. I'm really sorry. Join the abundance stream. Maybe we can change that. Rain says collagen and activeness. Thank you. I'm guessing a lot of guidance for collagen as well. Goody. Do you see T proposing to me in 2026? I get low prominence. I feel like there's a possibility towards the end of the year, but I really do see like maybe 30%. So I am sorry to say that. Right, sorry, I'm going to skip it because I want to. Goody, spellcasting. Do you want to focus on you guys who haven't had many? Healing. So this card is quite prominent, quite positive, sorry, because it does tend to link to like go through a natural healing process. So any issues, whether it's like mental, physical, or spiritual, you might be going through a natural process of healing where things start to get better for you naturally without you really having to seek help or seek, healers or doctors or whatever it might be. You might find that things improve. So that's really nice. But if you do feel drawn to specific healing modalities, go with that intuition to go with them, as well, because it seems like a healing journey in sorry. Healing journey in all realms. So mind, body, and spirit. I'm sorry that didn't really link to wealth. Let me pull you a. What can we give you that might link a little bit to wealth? Let's see what making magic card you get. Let's see. Okay, we have self-confidence, strong self-belief and a sense of worth. So maybe for the career path, maybe it's just a guidance to keep up self-confidence and to keep up believing in yourself and keeping on the path. So this is your symbol. So if you just look at that symbol for a moment, take it in. You might want to um, go back to look at it or draw it out yourself, because that is the sigil for self-confidence. That may help you on the path. So let's see. Oh, I do want to answer this one for Jasmine. The drink that starts with A that I saw at Jungle Gyms will it fix my health issues I've been talking to you about? Should I get it? I'm guessing a yes on helping. I don't know if like fully fixed, but I'm guessing a yes on helping. So I would say go for that. F magic for rain. Oh, yeah. Dawn, new beginnings. New beginnings. Which, yeah, we're heading into the new year, so it's one of those new year, new me kind of things, But yes, so new beginnings for you are coming up, Um, so be the fool of the tarot, be open to new experiences, say yes to new experiences, be open to new people, meeting new people, doing new things. Just keep it. I know you already are. I think you are quite open to that, but just keep it up. I would say, and welcome in the new experiences. Um, Good to say, do you see P proposing to me? What are his thoughts and feelings about me now? I don't see proposal. It feels like the thoughts and feelings are okay, kind of like a bit neutral, maybe a bit more positive than neutral, but it doesn't seem like in love or anything like that. So I wouldn't say proposal. Um, yes, I do feel like it's the energy drinks that have given you the issues. Dragons are so cool. Goody. Do you see my finances getting better in January? Like increasing when I can buy a sports bike easily. Yeah, I definitely see. So in the next year, I definitely do see you having improvements in your finances. I just don't see you getting millions. That's all I would say. But I see good improvements. I think you will be able to buy some of the things that you want, the material things. I feel like the anxiety might be about being outside too much. I do feel rain, so I do feel like it might be linked to being outside too much. I feel like maybe a bit more attention and comfort and being indoors would help. Miss Venus says, I don't have fire in my chart either. I have none. And it would be interesting to compare our charts. We're both Venus energies and we both have no fire. So maybe we seek fire from others. You're welcome, of course. You're very welcome. You're welcome. Goody, do you see me getting generational wealth in 2026 and favour justice in unfinished business this year? I don't see generational wealth, but I do see a strong energy of justice. So yes, I do see a strong energy of justice. And Goody says, will any guy kiss me on New Year's night? Feel the high prominence of this, so very good for you. Rain says, thank you so much for all your help this year. I'm so glad I met you this year, or at least I think it was this year. I'm like that. I met Marianne years ago, and for me, it felt like it had only been like a few months. It just feels like time flies. It really feels like it flies. But I'm so glad I met you too. Everybody here, I'm so so glad. Um, and you are all such a light too. You shine your light. You shine your light right back at me. So Rain says, may I end on a card for the coming year? Okay. So let's do you a. Can I give you a love and light? I don't know if you had one. Oh, God will lead the way. So God or the universe or whatever you're putting in there, that they were convinced by the power of miraculous signs and wonders and by the power of the universe. So yeah, you will be led. You will be led in the right direction, led in the right path, led in the right way by your guides, your angels, the universe, God, source energy, all of that. Rain, thank you. Super sticker, I think it's a clap. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Do not feel obliged to send me anything, but I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Goody, is T doing tarot readings or spell work on me? I think a no on that. Rain says a sigil card as well. Yes, of course. You have Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. And there's your sigil, which is Labyrinth. Let's see. Because he says, is P doing tarot readings or spell work on me? I think a no on that one as well. And could he say sigil card for media for manifestations of all types? Triple moon. Embrace all aspects of yourself, the divine and earthly. So you have the triple moon. Very pagan-esque symbol there, but very nice. Let's see. Sid, you're very welcome. I love them making magic cards. I really love them. So glad I got them. So they were from Pendle. These two were from Haworth, and I don't think I got any cards from Bristol. The spiritual stores in Bristol were. What did I get? They were very like clothing based, like hippie clothes and things like that. Oh, I did get something. I got a protective amulet actually. I'll show you it. So I don't think I got any cards. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have shown you by now. But I did get a protective amulet from in the Christmas markets in Bristol. There was a like Turkish store, and I got this protective amulet. It's very pretty. It's like a lilac-y colour. I don't know if you'll see the colour properly. Oh, you can. So I was kind of hoping to hang it in my car, but we'll have to go somewhere where this can't smash out a window. It's pretty heavy. So yeah, I was kind of hoping to hang it in my car, but I don't know. I mean, at the moment I have my did you see the picture of the baddest witch in town? My friend bought me that. I tried it on. My friend was like, "Yeah, you need that. That's you." I was like, "That's not me. I'm not the baddest." But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I could hang it somewhere like here. We'll see. So it needs to go somewhere. And I'm traveling a lot more, so I already have like a dream catcher, and I have an opal angel which is supposed to be going in my car. I keep forgetting to put in. But I'm putting like, oh, I have my yin yang air fresheners as well. So I'm trying to put a lot of spiritual energy in my car since I travel so much now. So hopefully somewhere it can go where it won't cause any damage. But that's what I got from Bristol. So let's see. This is the last day of the year here in Japan. Oh wow! So this is New Year's Eve for you. Happy New Year's Eve! New Year's Eve for me is tomorrow. Um, Next year is the year of the horse. I'm like, oh, is that which is that Chinese zodiac or I'm not really sure. That's great because the horse, like I know I speak about the horse totem very often, but the horse totem is momentum. So hopefully with that, we're all going to be getting like a lot of momentum towards our goals. If it's horse, yeah, my animal in Chinese or Japanese astrology is monkey. I'm a monkey. um, Jasmine is horse too. Snap, snap. Momentum for you guys. It's your year. But yeah, I'm a monkey. Yeah, Rain says in America the baddest means the hottest. I get it, but it's like when people come on stream and they comment like you're a baddie, and I'm like, I'm not really. I'm like super like innocent. I'm not like yeah, I think I'm a bit more um I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like me. It doesn't feel like me, but I still appreciate it, you know. I'll take the title. I'll take the title. I might wear it one day. For real. Let's see. I just don't really resonate with like I do get it. I have heard it before. Um but yeah, thank you guys. So what would you want to say for anyone who is still left here who has not jumped out yet? Um like I said, yeah, it was a very nice stream. I think we only had a maximum of five people in, so it was great. Really nice to have a nice relaxed one. And especially as my throat is kind of healing, definitely feeling a bit better. I just hope that ladybird's okay. Now my job is to find the ladybird, put it outside, so I don't step on it and crush it. And then my job is to I have some work to do. So oh, and Miss Venus to reply to. So so what I wanted to say is the manifestation abundance spell tomorrow. I don't quite know how I will do it. I have like a kind of an idea to leave it running for a bit longer than I usually would to kind of let people jump in. The candles are quite large, so they will burn for a while. So if you come in early, you can sit in for a bit. I'll do some sounds. There'll be plant music playing in the background. Hopefully, our Monstera will, pull through for us and give us some music. But I will also be doing my bells and my sound healing instruments and any it's members, so any member can have a candle. I might just start it early and then people can just jump in as they want. Um, we're doing a different thing for release than usual. Like I'm not going to use bay leaves this time because I do love them. I love the sound they make on stream. But at the same time, we do it all the time. We're always using bay leaves. So there's going to be a different symbol for release for this one, which I'm excited about. But it's going to be very different. It's going to be very different. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you can make it. But if you can't make it, so I'm going to post about it now. If you can't make it, just comment on it that you still want a candle. I think there's 16 candles in total. Not every member joins every stream. Maybe I'll prioritize heart members since there's only. Then again, actually, the 16 really nice candles I bought today, there was only 16 left. But I did find a few smaller red candles. So maybe if the late people come in, they can just have a smaller candle. But yeah, so um, that's the plan for the stream tomorrow. So if you can't make it or you're worried that you can't make it, just comment that you definitely want to be on it and I'll do a candle for you. Yeah, Rain, you can have a candle, but please look out for the post and comment on the post, because I'm just too. When I get busy after this, I probably will forget that you asked for it. So that's why I always ask people to message me off stream, because I may forget who messaged on the stream. So just I'll do a post about it now. So if you really want to be on it, comment on the post. Hopefully you can make it. If you can't, there'll be a candle for you. You can come back and watch a little bit of it, take in some of the music, focus on your flame for a little bit, set your intentions. It'll be very open and welcome for you to jump in and out of, which I think is why as well my idea for release for this one is going to be a little bit better, a little bit easier for us. So, love, light, and blessings to each of you. It's been really, really nice to connect with you. I really hope that you do manage to make it tomorrow, but if you watch it back, that's fine. Love, light, and blessings to each of you, and Happy New Year to those of you who are already heading into it. And yeah, I really hope to see you soon. And you're very welcome. You say thank you for all the support, but thank you guys for the support as well. The support of me, the support of the community as well, and everybody in it. So I really appreciate you guys. Love, light, and blessings.